in line is Gaurang Torvekar, CEO at Indorse. He has been working in the blockchain space for almost 3 years in Singapore. He has worked on education aspects of blockchain and is also heavily involved with the Singaporean blockchain community. Let's all give a warm welcome to Gaurang.
Hello. Hey, thank you, Andrea. So guys, good afternoon. I want to make this interactive, okay? Today, I have 3 questions for you. Okay? Let me start with the first question. How many of you are on LinkedIn, the professional social network? Almost all of you, right? Now, the second question is, how many of you like LinkedIn, like using it? Wow, not even half of you. We have a solution for that, okay? I'll get to it later in the presentation. So today, I'm going to talk about blockchain in education. I'm Gaurang from Singapore. I've been working in the blockchain space for close to 3 years right now. And today morning, Mike very kindly introduced me, telling that we are one of the success stories amongst the ICOs that he has advised. Thank you, Mike, for that. And sorry I wasn't there. So yeah, we have been working in Singapore for a long time now. Christian before me from Davos, he gave a great presentation about blockchain in education. And I completely agree with that. But in Singapore, we have been implementing that since the last 2 years now. Last year, we did a project with Singaporean University. I'll be talking about that. But before that, let me take you through 2 of my companies. The first is Indorse, which we started back in January 2016. And the second is Indorse. So before we go into the details, let me show you the degree certificate of my co-founder, David Moskowitz. It's a degree in psychology, back from University of Albany. Very valuable degree in the blockchain space, right? And this is his MBA from the same university. Now tell me, do you see any similarities or differences between these 2 degrees? The second degree is completely fake. And David could do this in 20 minutes in Photoshop. This is a problem not only at Indorse, but worldwide. The Prime Minister of Moldova was in a scandal regarding fake credentials. The CEO of Yahoo had a fake resume. Even at home in Singapore, IDA, which is like the government organization, they have been battling with fake certificates, fake resumes for a long time now. We have a solution for that. We have been working with Neon Polytechnic in Singapore. Last year, they issued 500 diplomas on the blockchain. So this system is already in production. It's based on Ethereum, and we have been working on that project with them. So when we worked with them, when we issued the diplomas, one of the KPIs was that students should be able to put this on LinkedIn at the click of a button. So when I was developing the project, when I was developing the system, at that time, this was possible. But later on, one fine day last year, LinkedIn suddenly changed their algorithm and their UI UX. And now, students couldn't actually put the certificates as easily. They had to go and copy-paste all the information in LinkedIn, and only then they could put it. So this thing, it got me thinking. It's like, why do we give all our information to these giants and monoliths like LinkedIn, Google, Facebook? And that's how Indorse was born. So we started working on Indorse almost 1 year ago, last March or April. We did our ICO in last August. Several people here, like Mike, Eddie, who spoke earlier, they have been instrumental in our ICO. And I'm proud to say that we have already launched on the mainnet. We are making revenue, and we have 24,000 users on the platform. And thank you. And I would say we are one of the few ICOs who are doing that. So currently, we are in the growth phase, and we are looking for strategic partnerships to grow our business in Europe, in Asia, and in several other parts of the world. So what is Indorse? Indorse is a LinkedIn on the blockchain. You can look at it as a digital backpack. So just imagine, so in our earlier company, we were putting degree certificates on the blockchain. But imagine you have a digital backpack on the blockchain where in a single smart contract, be it Uport or Civic or any of these systems, you can attach and you can put back all your professional experience, all your degrees, starting right from your school to your high school to your PhDs. If you can do that, that would be really awesome. And that's what we are trying to do at Indorse. We are using the entire decentralized stack. People have been speaking about the Web 3.0 stack. Alex talked about it today in the morning. So we are using almost that entire stack, starting right from Uport and Civic at the top for authentication, right down to BlueCell and BigchainDB as a decentralized database. We are also using Ethereum for the smart contracts and several other technologies. So Indorse is all about validations. We have two types of systems. One is B2C and one is B2B. So on the user side, people can validate their skills. People can validate their resume and their entire profile. So as a HR or as a recruiter, you get really validated resumes or validated profiles right at your fingertips. And on the second-hand side, we are also working with pre-ICO companies currently. So there are so many scams going on. Any of these ICOs, they can come and say, hey, Vitalik is my advisor, or even Mike is my advisor. And Mike wouldn't even know about that, because some company in some part of the world has added his name. So we have a company validation page, just like a company page on LinkedIn or Facebook, where we are actually validating the advisor connections and team member connections for each ICO. And companies, pre-ICO companies especially, they find it so useful because they get a lot of credibility in the market, and this might help them increase their ICO fundraising as well. So we currently have 16 companies paying us for that, and I'm really proud to say my sales team is working really hard on that. So why are we decentralizing, and why are we concentrating on skills and validations? Because we think that skills are really important. It can help you to get a job, to get recognized by the community, and you can even show off to your peers. People like Vitalik, they don't have a degree in blockchain, right? Because blockchain didn't even exist when he was young. He was the guy who created Ethereum blockchain. He cannot have a degree in Ethereum. But he could prove his skills. He could prove that he is good at this technology by writing a lot of blogs, by writing the white paper, by demonstrating that he can actually do these things. So we are trying to achieve the same thing with Indorse. If you say that you know Java or you know JavaScript, you have to attach a proof element along with that. So suppose you could attach your GitHub repository or a link to your code anywhere on the internet, and this claim will go for endorsements to multiple people on the platform. These might be people whom you have never met. But just based on your proof elements or the strength of your claim will get endorsed, or it will get flagged in that case. So we think skills are really important. You can get better at your job, you can get better at your profile, and you can even earn for being awesome by joining Indorse. Thank you. We are a decentralized team based across London, India, and Singapore, but that doesn't mean we also don't have any fun. Thank you so much.